Hello and welcome, friends. Welcome to another episode of Flea Market Vintage Finds. If I'm not mistaken, this is episode number 15. And I bought what you see here on my desk and some surprises, some fountain pens that I've put in this wood box. Okay. So, without further delay, probably you know, I go each Saturday to my local flea market. I pay an entry fee of 3 leis, the equivalent of 0.61 euros or 0.64 American dollars. And this week I bought what you see here on the desk, but not included that inkwell from Mont Blanc and that other original metallic piece over there. So only this part of my desk office. Okay, so including the entry fee of trailers, the budget for this week was 145 leis or 29.32 euros or 30.96 American dollars. So I spend on what you see on my desk this sum of money. And let me start with the interesting ink I bought. So I found 3 packs of this hero ink, blue-black ink for fountain pen. It is made in Shanghai, China. It looks like this, number 62, and the capacity. Let me open one for you, because I know I have one with a broken cardboard. So this is the hero ink, guys. Like I told you, made in Shanghai, China. This is, I believe, half empty. And it looks like this. This is a cheap ink. Probably you can find it for €1 in the stores, brand new. But I found this lot used, and I bought them. So one hero ink here and other 2 hero inks, and here I have some interesting special ink for deep pens, and this is actually for deep pens and for drawing. Its name is Pioneer, and it's made in Romania by this factory, let's call it. So Vlădeasa din Huedin. Judging by the design, I believe it's from the 1970s or the 1980s. I believe from 1975, guys. And also the price was incredibly low. So this is a product of the communist industry. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of different colors, I think. And I have one without the Pioneer branding on it. So you must know that I paid for the 3 Chinese ink bottles and those 5 Romanian communist special ink for drawing or for deep pens. I paid for them only 10 leis or 2.02 euros or 2.14 American dollars. Guys, I will start with the items that are related to writing instruments, and definitely the ink and the special ink for deep pens were related to this field, and I will leave the other ones at the end. So next, I found this beautiful metallic box, German metallic box from the FaberCastell firm, Gold Faber. It includes some pencils, some drawing pencils of different colors. It's quite difficult to open this, yes. And A.W. FaberCastell stand by Nuremberg. And I have here different, let's say, pens on them. Let's take one for example. We have A.W. Faber. Let me give it a little zoom, guys. So we have engraved a scale A.W. Faber, Gold Faber, 4100, Germany 417. And let me show you another one. I will choose also a large one, because it will definitely have all the inscriptions remaining on it. And in this case we have A.W. Faber, Gold Faber, 4100, Germany 423. Okay, now, and I want to show you guys also a small leaflet that I found on them, and after that I will tell you what I paid. Okay, so let me see what we have here. I believe that this is a leaflet. I'm not so sure. Let me zoom on it. So, warranty, Fabriken, Guten Bach-Baden. And yes, unfortunately, guys, it is a break. It is not all of it. You can see someone tore a great piece of it, but I bought it as it is, so it was next to the other fountain pens. As you can see, this metallic box has a little problem when I open it, but I did not pay a large sum of money. I paid for this beautiful box and its content. I paid only 2 lays, or the equivalent 0.40 euros or 0.43 American dollars. And guys, I will leave the other items for the end. So also this SIM card, I will show it to you in a few moments. So let me take now the last part of the writing instruments, and I will start with this beautiful vintage metallic American piece. I know it's an American piece because I have some clues to the identity of the producer. So we have here Morrison's, and also on this lever you can see it is a lever filler. It definitely needs some restoration, and I bought it with this ebonite or hard rubber broken, unfortunately. And also it doesn't have its original, probably its original gold nib over here, guys. It has an interesting nib, and I will try to zoom on it for you to see better. And I hope you can see. So we have a German Degussa nib. You can see that diamond shape with the half sun there. Usually they produced gold nibs, but this is a steel nib, definitely a replacement nib. And you can find these the Gusa nibs mostly in the German Democratic Republic, so East Germany. Definitely a replacement nib, but the feed seems to be original. As you can see, this needs a little bit of restoration. This can be easily taken out, so definitely needs some work. It appears that the sack is in relatively good shape. I don't know how much will it cost to restore it. We have also some engravings here. Definitely it is not only gold plated, but I believe it has a high content of gold on it. As you can see, it is an interesting product, an American product, and I didn't pay a large sum of money for it. So especially with no gold nib and with this defect, I paid only 50 leis, guys, or 10.11 euros, or 10.68 American dollars. Maybe it's a coincidence, but I don't believe in coincidences. I have another model. This time, it's interesting that I don't have Morrison's, but a Morrison, and the model is technically engraved on the barrel. So I have here a Morrison, and the model is the Tourist. Here we have Morrison Fountain Pen Company in New York. Quite interesting model, and it's just a coincidence because I acquired this several weeks ago, and these days I made its review. I hope you will see it in a few days, guys. So stay tuned on my channel. So this was my first acquisition. I believe a model from the 1930s New York. Quite a nice looking model, guys. And I already told you that I paid 50 leis for it. I will put it aside here. I also bought this Pelicano. I believe it is a model from the 1970s or the 1980s in this beautiful red barrel, but with the blue grip section. I did not pay a large sum of money. I paid 10 leis for it, or 2.02 euros, or 2.14 American dollars. And I will leave also this aside. And I have another one here. This is an old German piece, I presume. Definitely a piston filler. I don't think that the piston is functional, guys. No, it doesn't rotate. It has an interesting ink window, but as you can see, it is plastic, is made out of plastic. Interesting, we have Edelstein 2 Gespritze. And I think that this is a German model. Unfortunately, I bought it as it is without its cap, and I paid also for these 10 leis, or 2.02 euros, or 2.14 American dollars. Maybe I overpaid for it, but I knew the seller and I think I did okay. And for my last acquisition, guys, I have an interesting FaberCastell. I like this design over here. It reminds me of a rotring fountain pen. In fact, it is quite nice. It has a steel nib and it uses ink cartridges. Here we have Germany, so definitely a fountain pen produced in Germany. I have one ink cartridge and another unused one deposited in the barrel. When I will do its review, I'm curious to see if we have international ink cartridge or maybe only ink cartridges that are proprietary to FaberCastell. We will see about that. Interesting, this has no clip, the cap has no clip, and I paid for this FaberCastell only 2 lays or 0.40 euros or 0.43 American dollars. So guys, those were my fountain pen, or let's say writing instruments related stuff. And I bought also this metallic box. It is quite nice. You can see, I believe, fairly old, from the 1950s or the 1960s. I paid only 5 lays for it, or 1.01 euros, or 1.07 American dollars. And I bought this stamp. It is from the personal library of a person, and it's written in Romanian, so personal library of, and the name of the gentleman. I did not pay a large sum of money. In fact, I think it was part of this deal. So with the inks, or maybe I paid for it, but only let's say 1 leu or 0.20 euros or 0.21 American dollars. Now we move on. You know that I am passionate about chess, and I found this chess set at an incredible price. I paid only 2 lays for it because it doesn't have all its pieces. So it has those holes. This is a pawn, and you can move it by inserting it in different holes like this. Probably it is made in the Soviet Union. Unfortunately, as I told you, it lacks all these parts, but because of that I could negotiate a quite low price of only 2 lays or 0.40 euros or 0.43 American dollars. Now let's move on. This is a keychain in the shape of fish. It is solid silver, and I said it is solid silver because it has an engraving right here. It's 925, as you can see. It is sterling silver, and I paid for this fish 50 lays or 10.11 euros or 10.68 American dollars. Maybe I overpaid for it, but look at this interesting piece. Okay, guys, and now let's move on to the bonus. Let's say a bonus. When I left the fair, I received a prepaid number from Telecom Romania. I believe it's Deutsche Telekom. I'm not so sure. A German firm, and they gave me this free SIM with a number. This product is not intended for sale, and I receive it for free. Well, guys, if you want to reach me, I believe I will keep this number. So the code name of my country of Romania is +40, and this will be the number 76341467. Maybe I will keep this number, although I have another number just for this channel. I don't know if I will receive lots of messages from you, but you can definitely use the WhatsApp application and get in touch if you have questions for me. Probably this will be valid, but I will try to recharge it every month. Maybe it will be interesting to get in touch with me via WhatsApp and send me pictures with your fountain pens, and I will try to answer all your questions, guys. That depends on how many of you try to reach me at this number. So this was all, guys. These were my vintage flea market finds. I also received this as a bonus, and I'm quite grateful. I've discovered this beautiful, beautiful vintage fountain pen from the 1930s, although it requires some a restoration procedure, some serious restoration. I think it is a beautiful, beautiful fountain pen. Stay tuned, because you will see another fountain pen from the same American producer reviewed on my channel. I'm not so sure when it will air, but it is an interesting piece, and I think you will like it. So thank you for your time, guys. These were my vintage flea market finds of episode 15. I hope you've enjoyed it. I want to wish you to have a wonderful day wherever you are. Bye bye, and God bless. Please, if you liked this episode, please subscribe to my channel to support my activity. Bye bye. I will see you again on the next episode. Till then, bye bye, and God bless.